Hi folks, welcome back to Hades. This is going to be our second run through on this save file, so we don't have a whole lot of stuff unlocked yet. As a matter of fact, during our first run, we only got 2 keys. So I'm not going to purchase the bow here. The bow is a good weapon. It's not my favourite, I'm going to be honest with you. But my favourite for the basic weapons without any upgrades is probably going to be the shield. So I do want to make sure we get another key so we can unlock that. So we're going to stick with the basic sword for the purposes of our second run here. But one of the upgrades we did get after the first was we purchased our first level of Death's Defiance. Which if you look down at the bottom of the health bar, you can see that little icon, that face above the health bar, that circle. Well, that indicates that we have a Death's Defiance. And what that is going to mean is that when we die, when we lose all our health, we're going to regenerate half of it automatically so we can carry on fighting. It's a great ability to unlock early on. And later on, we'll be able to get some additional Death's Defiances as well. So that we can just continue to extend our runs. Obviously, Hades is a roguelike game, and as is the way with these roguelike games, you generally have one dungeon which you're not going to complete on your first time through, but you get to take extra power with you each time you continue to go through the dungeon, and that's what we're going to be doing. So let's go ahead here and grab the lightning boon, or choose a lightning boon. So I believe this is Zeus here.
Okay. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Yeah, here he is, the king of Olympus himself.
And he's not so much as called in quite some time. You'll have a better home where you belong, here on Olympus. And to help you on your journey, have my blessing.
Yeah, so don't forget then, guys, these boons increase our power, but only for the run that we're currently doing, as in the run that we select them on. So we can have Thunder Flourish. Your special course is a lightning bolt to strike nearby foes. Pretty good, pretty good. We can boost our cast, turn it into a chain lightning effect. That is also pretty good, but we only have one cast at the moment, since, you know, we haven't upgraded that as of yet. Or we can boost our dash, and so that then our dash will do a little bit of damage as well. I'm not sure, actually. Yeah, let's go for dash. I know that 10 doesn't sound like a lot, and they were only common boons. They weren't rare or anything. But the thing is with those, with this particular boon, is we can strike multiple foes at once. You see? So I'm just going to show this as an example now. If I just dash around here, we can do 10 damage each time we dash through enemies, which, yeah, isn't a lot, but it does add up. It's a nice bit of a bonus. Now, our standard attacks, of course, are still going to do the same amount of damage that they always do. But we are dashing around a lot, so it is going to be a habit we will be getting into. So our first main room here is going to award us with some darkness, which in my opinion is very important, especially early on. A lot of the early upgrades are fairly cheap, but do provide a notable increase in power. For example, the fact that we were able to get the Death's Defiance passive effect there for 30 darkness is really, really worth it, for sure. And one of the things that I notice, in my opinion, the very first run tends to be a little bit easier in terms of the opening rooms. I guess because it's more of a tutorial than anything else. So the opening rooms here are probably going to have a few more enemies than they did last time. But that's pretty much going to be the way now on all subsequent runs as well. Right, so we've got a boon in this next area. What I'm really after is a key. If I can get one key from this run, I don't really care about anything else. One key will make me happy, because then we can unlock the shield, which is something I would really like to get. Oops, didn't get the dash off in time there. Yeah, so we can use cast, but right now our cast only does damage. Later on we'll be able to upgrade that so that the enemy that has the cast crystal in them will take substantially more damage from our other abilities as well.
That must be a mess. Let's see here. Hi there. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Yep, so we're discovering more of the gods now for the game. I don't believe you can on your first run through.
I have to say, you're quite the specimen, and so I've decided I shall aid you for the moment. You interested?
Okay, so Heartbreak Flourish. Your special deals more damage and inflicts weak. One of the things I like about this game is it's very intuitive with the abilities and what they do. So every time you go over, select a boon here, you get all the information about what all the different abilities on that boon are going to do. So we can see here, for example, that weak is a status curse that once it afflicts a target for 4 seconds, that target will then deal 30% less damage. So, you know, it's not a bad status curse for sure. And it also boosts the damage of our special. So on the PS4 controller, that's the triangle ability. We could also change our cast again. We had the option to do this before, but I didn't do so. You know, as we can only cast one at a time at the moment, I'm not too fussed about that. But as we start to upgrade that, then these boons are going to be more worth it. And Dying Lament, when foes are slain, they damage nearby foes and also inflict weak. Death Blast damage 54. So this could be a nice ability, actually. I think I would have preferred Heartbreak Flourish because it could have, you know, caused us to maybe start investing in our special ability for this particular run. But I'm going to go for Dying Lament because it's rare, which means that the initial stats that we're getting from it are going to be higher.
Interested in the power to break hearts?
So, and this is going to apply to any ability. It just is a case of killing foes, and then we'll be able to do some area of effect damage to other foes around them as they die. And look at this, we get a key, which is exactly what I wanted. So, as long as we clear this room, which I expect we will, then we should be able to unlock the shield, which I'm looking forward to. The thing with that boom we just unlocked, we do kind of need to kill enemies. That's better with other enemies that are close by. So let's try and just group them up here. It's not got a huge range on it by the looks of things. By the way, sorry guys if you can hear the rain behind me. I did post a comment on the YouTube community tab yesterday. The weather around the UK has been absolutely terrible. It really has been the last week or so. It's just been storms and flood warnings. And, oh, it's meant that I haven't been able to live stream. I do apologise for those of you that have been looking forward to those streams. But the internet's just been up and down, so I'm just going to try and keep a flow of normal content coming along for YouTube. And, you know, hopefully then once the weather changes, we can go back to live streaming Final Fantasy IX as well. Right, so we get another boon here. Oh, try not to stand on the traps. Yeah, traps are great because they obviously deal damage to enemies in this game as well. But you know, you do need to use them carefully because if you stand on them for about half a second, then you are also going to take the damage. Yeah, so I don't suspect we're going to get too far on this run. But I'm not really trying that hard. The main thing was to just try and get that key, which we now have. But, you know, any bit of progress we make is always going to help us out because it just means that we'll be able to get more currency to make us a little bit more powerful for our third run.
You're not alone. You're not alone down there, okay? Here, let me show you.
Yeah, I believe we've already unlocked boons in the past for Artemis. Okay, so Deadly Flourish. You're specially stronger with a 20% chance to deal critical damage. That's nice. Another cast boost. And any damage you deal has a chance to be critical. 2%, it's, you know, it's a little low, probably not worth it. Although it will activate because we are obviously doing so many attacks and stuff. But I'm going to go for Deadly Flourish here. And we're just going to use our triangle ability for that extra damage. And we get another key as well. So even though we've already got enough keys now to unlock the shield, obviously there are going to be more weapons that we want to get as well. So that was a poor misjudgment there in taking that damage. But not to worry. Yes, I can't remember if that last boon increased our critical strike chance or our critical strike damage. But whatever it is, it probably makes our special a little bit more worthwhile now than it was a few moments ago. Yeah, the charge on these, you do get warning for it. But just make sure that you don't get hit by it. Because it does do quite a bit of damage, as you can see. Ah! That's better. Look at that, 230 points of damage from that special there. We are taking, or we are dealing more backstab damage now. Completely forgot about that. Because of something we unlocked with our darkness, an ability we unlocked with our darkness in the main hub, in the House of Hades, at the end of the last run. So if we can get behind enemies, you can just about see there the amount of damage that we're going to be doing. You know, it reaches into the 200s at times with that special ability, which is really, really, really nice. But yeah, even... Oh, look at that. It's with when we get crits as well. Crit from a backstab. Very, very healthy for sure. But yeah, you can see the way the mechanics in the game work. Encourage you to try different builds and stuff on each different run. And it's not like you generally go into a run saying, right, I'm going to focus on my special this time, because it all depends on the boons that you get. But, you know, once you get your first couple of boons on a run, that's probably going to determine, you know, what you're going to be pushing throughout most of that run there. So it's a very interesting system, and it just creates a whole lot of replayability. It really, really does. So much fun. Okay, these guys are actually kind of hard. They lob these bombs at you, which do explode after about half a second, and you don't want to be in the blast radius of them, or you're going to find yourself taking unnecessary damage. But if you've got abilities that can deflect, I don't think I have at the moment, then once the bombs have landed, you can deflect them back at the enemy, and that will cause them to take damage from them as well. But once they first throw them, if they're not deflected, then the enemy will not take damage. So just bear that in mind. It's a interesting mechanic, but it can take just a little bit of getting used to there. And as I mentioned last time, you can obviously tell this yourselves. The yellow health bars are armor bars. And we went straight into that one. And you have to destroy the armor before you can start damaging the health. Although there's plenty of boons that will allow your various attacks to do much more damage to an enemy's armor than it will to their health. Which, especially as we start to get further into these runs, and most enemies are going to have armor, those things, those types of abilities, or boons rather, are really invaluable. Okay, so I think we should be okay here. Move. Yay, we did it. Okay, we are running a little bit low on HP. We haven't had any HP boosting boons yet on this particular run.
You've got quite the fighting spirit in you there, I have to say. Most intriguing, and yet no surprise for someone born in hell itself. You come on out of there and tell me all about it. I'm a fellow student of death, you see.
Yeah, I could do with finding some healing soon. Oh, this could be really, really nice. I do actually like Doom. What Doom does is it's another status effect, but rather than dot damage, it does all its damage in one go after about half a second or about a second of it being inflicted on the enemy. So our attacks are going to put Doom on an enemy. Any attack we do... Oh, no, that's the standard attack, sorry, not the special attack. And then about a second or so later, they're going to take 75 damage, which is really nice. Urge to Kill is also good. It's just a flat damage boost to all of our abilities. And then Battle Rage, after slaying a foe, I've not seen this before, I don't think, your next attack or special deals more damage. Okay, so we're going to go for Curse of Agony. I mean, all of these seem pretty good. But as I say, I do like Doom. I am kind of impartial, or partial to it, rather. So let's go and try and get some more darkness here. We only have 11 HP. I could do with a shop or some means of healing. Let me show you that Doom then. So we attack an enemy. Oh, it's going to die. Okay. Let's try it again. Oh, we need a stronger enemy for me to show that off, in all honesty. But we're not going to get them, are we? Our dash is pretty powerful against these guys, with that plus 10 lightning damage that it's doing. We're getting charging heads all over us. Let's try and not die, shall we? This is a lot of enemies. Oh, we did it. Nice. Okay, maybe in the next area we'll have some stronger enemies. Right, I'm actually going to go to the shop. And the reason I'm going to go to the shop is there might be healing there for us. Sometimes you can buy health. Yes, there's some food here for 50. So we'll get 20 HP restored. And then we can either boost an ability, this is an upgrade, or we can get a new boon. We can afford either, but we can only afford one or the other. Let's go for an upgrade. See if we can boost, our Doom damage, which we can. That's really good. So we'll go ahead and upgrade Curse of Agony from level 1 to level 2. We could also upgrade either of these other abilities, but I'm going to choose this one because, you know, I do like that Doom. Okay, we'll also speak to Charon here. He's got a new bit of dialogue. Is this the first time we've seen him on this playthrough? Possibly. I can't remember what we did last time. It's been a few days. Okay. Right, let's move on. Yeah, this seems to be a darkness run, doesn't it? I'm not complaining. Early darkness is a great thing. Right, let's have a look at this Doom damage, shall we? Kill these noobs. And, yeah, if I attack this guy. Yeah, you see that 105 damage he took after? Now, the one thing about Doom is it doesn't break through armor. It does do damage to armor, but let's say they've only got 30 armor. Doom's only going to do 30 damage, okay? It's not going to do the full 105. Obviously, if they've got more than 105 armor, then they are going to take the full amount of Doom, but it's just worth mentioning. In fact, I think most attacks are like that. I don't believe attacks in this game can break through armor and then do damage to health. So just something to bear in mind.
Something for the mirror.
Right, at last we get a health upgrade. So these health upgrades not only heal us, but they also boost our maximum health by the same amount. And this is going to be a tough room. So let's see if we can survive it. It doesn't matter how many enemies we kill here, but we have got to survive for 40 seconds, which is quite a bit of time. So let's just start getting some Doom stacks going around the place. Up. Let's move away from there. Look at that, Doom's just decimating everything here, which is nice. Got 25 seconds to go. Yeah, Doom is making a big difference for us here. Just keep going around, using our attack to get those stacks active. And then we'll move on. Okay, just 6 more seconds. Again, we don't need to kill the enemies here. It doesn't really matter because they'll all disappear once the time has expired. There we go. Well, I'm glad we survived that. So we now have 48 HP. We might be able to heal here as well.
Let's see what's in here.
Oh, yeah, let's have a look at this. Some early darkness is always a good thing. And, yeah, 10% HP once we enter a chamber for 3 chambers. I think we should do that to try and just get that HP back up again. And I don't know if it's worth going to the shop because we've only got 46 gold. And the food, I think, is 50, which is kind of annoying. So let's just go ahead and enter this chamber. We're going to get 8 HP back for the next 3 chambers anyway. Oh, that's good.
Beyond the present
No enemies.
lies the outermost perimeter of Tartarus, promising terrifying dangers far beyond the Underworld Prince's reckoning.
Yes, this only happens from time to time.
Bit.
You'll enter a chamber and the reward will be selectable immediately. So I'm not going to complain about that. This is an upgrade, of course. Can we upgrade our Doom? Unfortunately, in this case, no, we can't. So, this Thunder Dash isn't really that powerful. I'm not sure that boosting it from 10 to 16 is going to be a huge thing that's going to help us. But maybe Dying Lament is going to be good because it'll boost our Death Blast damage when foes are slain. Or maybe Deadly Flourish, which will just boost the damage of our special. But because I'm enjoying Doom so much, which isn't activated by special, then we'll go for Dying Lament. I'm going to try and focus on our main attack ability. Ah, okay. I don't think it's going to matter in either case because we now have a boss fight, our first boss fight, and I'm not 100% sure if we're going to get through it in one piece. I'll try.
Zagreus, not one step further.
We do have our Death's Defiance still, so we can die one time, but
Come on, Meg. Haven't we had more than enough of each other?
I just don't know if I'm going to be good enough to get through this with the current setup that we've got.
Your father sent me.
What I'm thinking is we're just going to try and use Doom to kill Meg here.
Turn back like a good little man, or I can send you home a painful way. What'll it be?
We'll have to go
Pretty good if we do get through this on our second run.
A man after my own heart.
Okay, so we're going to put Doom on, move out the way. Doom, move out the way. Yeah, you can see that Meg does have quite a bit of health there. Right, dodging is going to be our friend here. Ah, move, move, move. There we go. Right, try and start taking out some of the ads as well. There's going to be some pretty nasty abilities we're going to have to contend with later as well. Okay, such as now. So we need to dodge out of these here. Just keep moving. Obviously, we need to take as less damage as possible. But we still need to get some damage in as well, otherwise it's just going to be completely pointless. Okay. So far, you know, we're not doing too bad. Better than I thought. Ah! No, that was a bad idea. I think we do need to just spend a little bit more time playing defensively here. Okay, can we get an attack in? Not quite. Now. Yep. Kill those ads with Doom. Yeah, I'll tell you what, without Doom, we wouldn't even have done anything near this sort of damage that we've done already. So, I'm glad we chose that boon. Right, let's just move. Get an attack in. Move. Okay, here we go again. Right, what's Meg up to now? Let's just try and get Doom on these ads. Ah, not good. Stupid traps. Well, she's under 50% now. Let's just not take anything for granted, though, at this point. Okay, let's just keep moving from the AoE. And we need to try and get a couple of hits in here. Yeah, so Doom works on bosses really, really well, as you can see, because you need to spend so much time away from them. You can't really spend a whole lot of time doing melee damage and stuff. Come on, attack. Move. Right, we need to try and get an attack in here. Move. Okay, we need to... I've got no deflect, so we need to... Ah, I've got nothing to hide behind. That's really annoying. Those pillars have been destroyed. I need to find somewhere to hide next time, unless we just get to range and dodge. I think that's probably the best thing to do. Ah, stupid trap. That was my own fault. I want to try and see if we can get through this without triggering Death's Defiance. That'd be really good. Right, let's just try and dodge these. Yeah, that was better. She's almost down. Almost down. We did it! And we didn't actually trigger Death's Defiance. I'm really happy about that. Fury vanquished. Oh, first time we managed to kill her. Second run.
The ancient blood.
Now, this particular reward, the Ancient Blood, is going to be useful for upgrades, but not until we've unlocked all the weapons. However, we're going to need more than one of them. So, starting to get them early is not a bad thing at all. And we've completed the first part of the dungeon, which I didn't expect we'd be able to do, but we did. So, once you've completed the first level of a dungeon and you've killed the boss, each time you go through a run, you get to enter a kind of rest room where you can regenerate a little bit of health, perhaps purchase some upgrades, and perhaps even sell some boons you're not using for gold.
The intricate chambers connecting the vast regions of the underworld, but the prince decides to barge in anyway.
I barge where I please.
Yeah, make sure we grab all the lore. So we have to do these in order. So first of all, we'll grab the fountain. There we go. This allows us to sell. Be careful, you're not buying boons here. This allows us to sell some of the boons we've already purchased if we want some extra gold here. I don't think I really want to sell anything though, since, you know, they all do some good stuff. And here we can go ahead and, you know, purchase some stuff. We can't really afford the price of Midas. 55 gold wouldn't be bad, but not for the cost of 31 health. We could buy these gemstones, though. Gemstones are actually kind of useful. They're another way of permanently upgrading your character. So we'll talk about that when we get back to the House of Hades. We haven't actually had any gemstones before. That's our first 12. But let's go ahead and grab them, and then we'll move on into the second level of the dungeon, which is substantially more difficult. Okay, so I don't expect we're going to get too far. But any progress we make is obviously a bonus now. And it looks like some darkness is going to be our first reward here. If we can get through the room.
Having been flooded by the river Phlegethon, whose hideously superheated contents could bring death swiftly even to those resistant to most heat.
I'm only flame resistant, not flame proof.
Okay, let's move on then, shall we? see what we've got to contend with here. Now, you don't want to stand in the lava in this particular floor, but you can dash through it, just like that. So you can still move around, but you don't want to stand in it. Now, enemies are going to have quite a bit more health at this point, as you can see, even with Doom. It's going to take a few hits to get them down, and this is on the first floor, which is relatively easy compared to the rest. These guys also do quite a bit of damage, which is nasty. Where's he gone? The thing is as well, the lava does damage to us, but it also does damage to enemies. And some enemies are pretty stupid, I've got to say. I'm not doing a very good job at dodging those, can't think what they're called. Rifts, I think they're called, those purple shield attacks. Yeah, another one of these bomb throwers. Yeah, that was a boss, wasn't it? A mini-boss on the previous floor. Here, it's just a regular enemy. Okay, yeah, magma kill, I like it. I would like to try and get through this floor. Sorry, this room, we did. So we can at least get some more darkness. Sorry, guys, I've got quite a bit of hay fever at the minute, which is really annoying. It just means that my nose is getting a bit blocked up, which isn't helpful, but what can you do? Right, let's go and get some health upgrade, shall we? I think we are going to need to be a little bit defensive if we want to make some more progress here. Okay, yeah. I was hoping to use the trap to do some damage, but they're fast. They're fast and nimble, these guys. So just dodge the stuff they throw. I've got no way of deflecting attacks on this particular run with this build that we've gone for, this Doom build. So just need to be careful about not getting hit. But these guys seem to go down fairly quickly. Bomb. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Let's see if we can get this one that's almost dead. There we go. Okay, and we've got armoured foes. Nice. Just what I always wanted. Oh, we did it. Okay. And we've got 100 max HP now. 100 max HP. And, of course, with that, an extra 25 HP. Just to heal us up. And we can go for a key. Yep, the shop's probably pretty pointless at 92 gold. Whereas keys, of course, are always going to be useful. And I think this was a mini-boss area. Mini-boss doesn't mean that you're actually going to face a boss, but it means the encounter is probably going to be harder, as in you're going to get some tough enemies. For example, this is actually extra tough for us because we've got no deflect, and these guys are throwing all manner of nasty stuff our way. We've moved out of the fire. Yeah, the magma does ticking damage, dot damage. The longer you stand in it, the more damage it does per tick. So when you first stand in it, I think it does like 1 point of damage every time it ticks. But if you continue to stand in it, then that just goes up and up and up each time. Right, let's try and kill this thing that's throwing whiffs at us. Yeah, let's get those dooms going there. Hopefully this is the last enemy, but it might not be. Nope. Our special is good, but it's just not as good as Doom now, I don't think. Come on, come on, come on. Move, move, move. Ah, 4 health. We have got Death's Defiance, but obviously, I was going to say we don't want that to trigger if he doesn't need to. Right, so our Death's Defiance is done with now. The next time we lose HP, or get HP to 0, then we are dead. That's the end of the run. Later on, we'll be able to upgrade the number of stacks of Death Defiance that we have. And there are ways during a run as well that you may be able to restore a Death Defiance that you previously used on that run. But don't count on them as they're kind of rare. Yep. Just this last one. Looks like with armour, they're not going to be taking that much damage from the magma, if at all any. Move, 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 move. Okay, we got the key. The key's what I want. Oh, we got 2 keys. Yeah, that's because this was that boss type room, or mini boss type room. So you get extra rewards. Yeah, we've got 6 keys now. Not too bad at all. And wow, we actually get a choice of 3 here. Let's go for Zeus. Maybe we can get some lightning damage on our attack, just to enhance our Doom even further with some more damage. I mean, our Doom will still do the same, but, you know, do more damage with normal attack, since we're using it anyway. So there's definitely going to be more than 2 enemies here. You can count on that. Yep, here come the rest. Right, they should be done with. What's next? Got leaping lepers all over the place here. Ah! Try not to stand in the magma fuzz. Not a good idea. And we've done it. Another room cleared. Perfect. Yeah, this isn't going too bad actually for my second run. I wasn't expecting it to do this, for us to do this well. Okay, the only lightning effect we have at the moment is the dash one, which isn't that good. This will boost the damage, or the effect, the area rather, of our dash, which isn't really that good, so I'm not going to be too fussed about it. Or we can hit twice with it again. I'm not going to worry about upgrading that. We're probably just going to go for electric shock, to tell you the truth. Yeah, I haven't been using cast that much, but maybe we can start for this, for the remainder of this run. Let's go ahead and... Yep, let's go and get the health boost, seeing as how we've only got 43 HP. Probably could have healed up at the shop, but this is free, so... Okay, let's try and test that boon out that we just got. See, because I've only got 1 cast, I can't use it again now until we get it back. Which is kind of annoying. Where did it go? I'm not even sure where it went, you know. It went over here somewhere. Oh, there it is. It's back now. These Medusa heads can be a bit of a pain, actually. If you get hit by their attack, then you'll generally get frozen in place, seeing as how, you know, Medusa, looking at her, turns you to stone and all of that lovely stuff. Just like that, you see. So, you need to try and avoid it if at all possible, or we're just going to be extremely vulnerable. Yeah, I think we're looking close to the end of this run now, which is fine. We've made more progress than I expected, to tell you the truth. Ah. Let's try and get this head destroyed. Go, go, go. Move, move, move. Oh, we did it. We did it. Nice.
Feeling good.
Yeah, a bit of HP. Right, what's next? We could go for some darkness upgrades again, or let's go for some gemstones. The gemstones are actually going to allow us to unlock some additional chamber types that are more helpful to us. So they do have other uses as well, cosmetic upgrades and stuff, but initially we're going to be using them for the useful stuff, of course. 35 HP. A little bit low there. The thing is, I suspect we're getting close to the next boss as well, which we are certainly not going to be beating on this run. Yeah, the Hydra is quite a step up in challenge for sure. Just need to be careful because of these bombs here. Move, move, move. Still more enemies. Where are they? Oh, I think this is the end, guys. There's a lot of stuff going on here that I'm not going to be able to avoid all the damage from, I don't think. Move, 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 move. Let's see if we can get some enemies in these traps, shall we? Nope. They're not having it. Well, you know, we are killing them. Slowly but surely. Where did that go? Okay, is this the last... Ah, move, move, move! Is this the last enemy? Yeah, it would be there, wouldn't it? Right in the lava. We did it. Wow. Some extra gemstones to take with us. Very nice. Right, let's see what we can purchase here from the shop.
Just what I need.
Oh, look, there's the Death Defiance replenishment I was talking about. The Kiss of Sticks. Sadly, we don't quite have enough gold. Dealing 50% damage to armor, or just flat out 30% attack. Let's go for both of those, shall we? Yeah, we may as well spend our gold here because I don't think we're going to be surviving for much longer. I'm thinking we could go to the shop. We might be able to purchase a food for 71 gold, which will just give us a tad more health, tad more HP. Yep, 50 gold to do so. Might mean the survival of another chamber, then again not. This diamond indicates we're at the next boss. And the next boss is not an easy boss, okay? It's a tough boss. Especially when you're underprepared with no Death's Defiance, low damage, which is what we've got, low HP. But hey, let's just do what we did last time. Start by getting some Doom damage going here. Who knows, maybe I'll surprise us all. As with the last boss, things get a lot trickier later on. Okay, so don't be deceived by the fact that so far things seem a little bit easy. Move, move, move. I want to try and get some backstab damage going if we can. It is fairly possible on this fight to do so. Move, move. Ah, I tried to get too many attacks there. There's really no point because you can't stack Doom. So until Doom's come off, until it's, you know, activated, you can't put it back on again anyway. Now the thing is, the bosses themselves on subsequent kills will actually start to toughen up as well, which is a bit annoying. So if we do kill it here, it'll be harder next time. Yeah, the ads are a bit of a pain as well. They're kind of like mini versions of the boss. And we're still, you know, not at the hardest part of the encounter yet either, even with these ads. Just going to take my time, not rush through. Right, we've got one ad down. The next set of ads that spawn are actually more difficult because there's more of them. Yeah, they actually have the same abilities as the boss. Is that going to kill it? Not quite. That should do it, yep. And now we can attack the boss again. The boss is immune, I should mention, while the ads are alive. I've got to say, this is going better than I expected. Whoa, there's a new ability that we need to be a little bit more careful of. Get that Doom going, then move back. Doom and move back. Yep. We need to dash well away from that. Move, move, move. Move, move, move. Okay, at least now I know about that ability. We can try and avoid it. Right, the next set of ads will be coming in a moment. He's going to be pushing that purple stuff out to us now, isn't he? And again, yep. Oh, not good. Okay, and the ads are back. Oh, dear, dear. Right, they're really close to each other now, which makes it hard to avoid damage. So I'm just going to just pop around here, putting Doom on them. If we can get one out of the way, then that's going to help. Hopefully he won't do his massive purple fast stuff while the ads are up, because that would just be mean, wouldn't it? Let's be honest. I know we're in hell right now, but... Right, one of the ads is down. That's good. That's good. That just gives us a bit of space to work with here. Although we are taking some damage. Oh, nice 200 attack from the special there. Very helpful. Right, another couple of ads down. Only got 42 HP to work with, though. But this is the last time the ads spawn. Oh, boy. Not good. Oh, my hay fever. It's just making thing's so distracting. Ah! Was not ready for that. Right, do whatever you do next. Okay, a charge. Right. Okay, so at this point... Oh, okay, spams that ability now. There's no further adds, so it's just a case of not getting hit for 6 damage, which is probably not going to be happen. It's not going to happen now. Let's be honest. Move, move, move. And again, move, ready for whatever he does now. Probably the purpley stuff. Yep. And now he's going to slam down 3 times yet. No, okay. Let's get Doom on. That wasn't very nice. Okay, so he does his slam 3 times. Need to remember that. What's next? Okay. Move, move, move. Move, move, move. He's almost down, guys. I'm not going to take anything for granted, but... who knows? We did it! Flipping heck. I don't know how we did it, but we did it! Hydra vanquished. I think we've got like 5 HP left.
Could have gone worse.
Goodness me. I'll tell you what. I had no expectation of taking down 2 bosses here on our second run. Absolutely none whatsoever. I didn't think we was going to get the first one down. Look at that. Goodness me. Yeah, those diamonds, they're going to be used for really good unlocks later. But for now, like with the hearts, that weird heart thing that we picked up from the first boss, it's just a matter of just keeping them safe. Right, so let's heal up. We're going to see, flipping heck, our second one, we're going to see the 3rd level of the dungeon. There's only 4 levels, okay, so... oh, we don't have enough to heal. No. Okay. We could sell a boon.
Should I take the trade?
Yeah, I'm going to sell the cast boon because, let's be honest, we don't really use that anyway, so... gives us a bit of HP. Who knows how far we can get, you know?
Onward then.
This is going really, really well, I've got to say. Did not expect this. Yep, this is Elysium.
The rare heavenly splendors of Elysium, reserved for only the most great of mortal souls, spread forth luxuriantly all about the fire-stepping prince.
Luxuriantly? Really?
Yeah, and enemies are going to be even tougher now, so we can go for some gold. Let's just go for those juicy upgrades, shall we? Maybe boost our doom damage even further. And yeah, the enemies here can be a right nightmare. These enemies that we're fighting now can actually regenerate. What happens is you kill them and they turn into these floating heads, which you're going to see in a few moments. If I can kill one. And you have to kill these heads, otherwise the whole enemy just comes back at full HP. Really annoying. So there's the head. We have to kill it quickly, or it'll respawn the enemy. Just try and get that doom damage going. Kill these heads. And another head. Ah, yeah, the traps here are pretty nasty as well. The ones that fire the daggers at you. Right, we cleared our first room, though. We can boost Doom. Not a huge amount, but we can do. I think it's the best of those 3, though, so let's go ahead and select it here. And now we can choose between a key or some darkness. So, you know me, guys. I always say prioritise the keys if you have the choice to. Getting weapon unlocks is just really powerful. Even if you don't want to use the weapons, once we've unlocked all the weapons, we'll be able to upgrade the weapons, you know, that we do care about, and we can't do that until then. So getting them unlocked really is a priority as you play through the game here. These guys are really, really painful. They put these butterflies out, which just do tons of damage. And we can't deflect right now, which is really annoying. And they have lots of HP, as you can see. So we'll try and just dodge the damage as they throw the butterflies out there. We didn't do a great job of that. As we just do some damage to the second one here. Get some Doom going, kill that thing, 'cause it's annoying. Some more Doom. Let's move back to the first. Oh, yeah, it's in the trap. That's nice. Yes, we needed that. Easy 500 damage. Maybe we'll be able to just... They are quite slow moving, so if we can sort of pull it down into the trap, then that wouldn't be too bad at all. There's one right here, you see. Trap we could use. But it ain't moving. It ain't moving. He's learned from the mistake of his brother. Oh, no, no, he's coming, he's coming. Yeah, this way, little butterfly generator. Evil butterfly generator. No, it's down. Super. And we get a key. Beautiful. 86 gold. Yeah, we could buy food. I think that's probably best. Hopefully, you know, you don't always have food available, I don't think. Such as in this case. Instead, we've got some darkness, which, yeah, I'll take that. 87 darkness on our second run is not too bad at all. I'm not going to go for the gold. Let's go for the boon. Since it's probably going to be a while before we get our next shop. Right, this is a mini-boss encounter. And it's probably going to be the death of us, to tell you the truth. I reckon this will be harder than the Hydra. It's one of those butterfly things. But it's going to summon these heads constantly that turn into enemies. But it's going to do so non-stop, so we just have to sort of ignore them. And focus on the butterfly generator itself. Don't know what it's actually called. But yeah, I'll call it Evil Butterfly Generator. Right, that's the armor done with. But by golly, there's stuff all over the place here. I've only got 24 health. Oh, come on. 2 health. Yeah, I think that's it for us, guys. Oh, well, that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad, I've got to say. 2 bosses down, a bunch of keys, bunch of darkness, even some gemstones. And we get to boost our damage resistance from 22 to 24. Remember, that goes up 2% every time you die, up to a maximum of 80.
If I die like that, I come back stronger.
Yeah, that was a good run. I'm actually happy with that. Much better than the previous one, anyhow.
How goes it, Shanes? What happened to Hypnos?
Yeah, so as part of the routine, now that we're back in House of Hades, the first thing we do is go around chatting to everybody that's got new dialogue.
Some sort out there.
Then we'll do our upgrades.
Which formed after I fought with Megara. Is this really the Titan's blood I found?
As far as I know, yes, lad, that it is. Though whose exactly, I'm not so sure. You'd best hang on to it and keep it safe. Your weapons, they shall thirst for it and drink it up. Not yet, perhaps, but soon.
Well, I wasn't about to drink it.
Okay, who have we got over here? Right, so don't forget you want to pet
Not everybody knows
Cerberus
how to give you
after
pets.
each run for a trophy or achievement. Need to do that 10 times. Speak to the man of the hour himself.
Bestowing on them all their worthless blessings here within my realm. Our realm. Explain to me how exactly this is possible, Nix. Either your limitless power has considerably waned, or you are up to something.
Do not question my power, Hades. Your son was bound to be discovered the closer he came to the surface. The Olympians are pleased to know they have a distant relative and bid him welcome to their mountain. That is all. Their influence is very limited.
Blood and darkness, do not speak to me about their influence. I've seen their influence firsthand. You've made a foolish mistake.
You would speak to me of foolish mistakes. You cannot change the course that has been set. Try all you like.
Yeah, you get the impression that Nyx and Hades, you know, they're not best pleased with each other, are they? Don't have the most cordial of relationships right now. Okay, now, this is where we spend our gemstones. Remember, I think we got 12, did we? Now, later on, we'll be able to use these for buying a lot of stuff here at the contractor. There's work orders, which is the first tab. And then there's a load of other tabs. But as far as I know, all of these are purely cosmetic. So we're going to leave these for now. And we're going to focus on work orders. Right now, we have the option to add the fountain chamber in Tartarus. And only Tartarus, that's the first level of the dungeon before the first boss. And that has a chance of spawning a fountain chamber once we've learned this which allows us to regenerate HP, just like at the fountain at the end of the boss. So this one is actually free, so you're not going to not do that, of course.
In the depths of Tartarus sounds like an excellent idea.
And that unlocks a whole bunch of other stuff. Underworld renovation. This is Plunder Lesser. Chambers may contain an Infernal Trove. Infernal Trove, I believe, if I'm remembering, that's where a special chest type item can spawn in chambers. So once you've cleared out the enemies and cleared the chamber normally, you can activate this chest. And it's going to give reward, for example, say 50 darkness. But it's going to spawn a load of enemies. And you can't loot the darkness until, or whatever the reward is, until you've killed the enemies. But it's sort of like a time thing. And as the encounter goes on, the amount that you're going to be rewarded comes down from that initial amount of whatever it is. It's not just darkness, but other things as well. You can get health, gemstones, you know, and I think that's about it. Oh, gold as well. So the other thing is we can switch keepsakes between Underworld regions. We don't have any keepsakes yet, but we'll be getting them soon. Fated list of minor prophecies. Make the fate prophecies come to pass and be rewarded. Okay, that's actually pretty useful as well. But I don't know whether to go... I think we'll go for the Plunder Lesser first, then we'll go for the minor prophecies one next.
The ever-shifting chambers of the underworld ought to be a little livelier with this.
So I can show you the treasure troves then. I'm not going to go for this one yet, even though we've got the gemstones for it, simply because we're not really using keepsakes right now. And when we do, we won't need to switch them all that often to start with. And look who it is. It's our first boss. Meg.
The prodigal son returns. Everyone's saying I went easy on you, Zag.
Don't worry, Meg. I eventually managed to get home the painful way after all.
Yeah, don't worry, Meg. We died anyway.
Look, I have a reputation to uphold. You get past me again like that, you best go all the way. Now leave me be and don't think you're going to be so lucky next we meet out there.
Yeah, we'll try, Meg. We'll try. I don't think we'll be getting through to the end anytime soon, though. But eventually we will. Okay, so it's time for some upgrades.
Who needs sleep?
So we'll go to the mirror once more. We've got 87 darkness, so we can get another stack of Death's Defiance, so we'll have 2 instead of 1 extra chances, but we need 500 darkness for that. So it is actually feasible to save up for it early on, because, you know, Death's Defiance made a big difference for us on that run, didn't it? Or we could go for Shadow Presence, which is already at 20%, and that's the amount of damage we do from behind foes. Or we could go for the Vitality Boost. Okay, restores a small amount of HP once we exit a chamber. It's not a huge amount. You know, I think it goes up to +3 if we rank it up 3 times. Greater Reflex, perform +1 additional dash in quick succession. That's also pretty good. Just to go for rank 1 is also, you know, kind of helpful. You can get more abilities to spend points into, but we need to use keys to do that. And right now, I just want to focus on getting our weapons, okay? And we can use the keys for that afterwards. So, let's go for 1 Greater Reflex. And then we'll just put a couple of points into the Vitality. There we go. We need 40 for the next rank. It's not a lot, but, you know, it does add up. If you go through 20 chambers, and that's an extra 40 HP, isn't it? That you wouldn't have had otherwise. Right, so using our 7 keys, we can go ahead and upgrade or purchase some new weapons. So let's first of all grab the spear.
Barata, the eternal spear. Join my pursuit.
Hit me with that, pal.
Before we actually use it, let's go ahead and talk to Skelly here since he's got some new dialogue.
But enough with the small talk already. I'm here to do a job. So let me have it. Give me everything you got.
I don't remember having you on payroll, mate. Who's your supervisor?
Oh, I'm not about to wrap my sources, pal. Just try and beat it out of me.
Fair enough, if you ask for it.
If you insist.
Okay, so we've got our standard attack here. Okay, strike. We also have a different form of our standard attack. A nice area of effect ability. So straight away I'm feeling this is probably going to be a weapon I prefer over the sword. We also have Skewer and Recall. That's our special ability. Okay, so not only can we do damage by throwing the spear, we can also press the button again to bring it back and do damage. And look at that, you can actually do backstab damage by bringing it back. So even when foes are facing you, you can get that extra additional damage, especially if you know, go for a build with boons and stuff where backstab is boosted. And then we have the dash strike ability as well, which is that. So we dash and then tap the square button for a nice effect of damage there. But I also really want to unlock the shield. This is the one I think we're going to be using on our third run.
Shield of Chaos, lend me your power.
Shield of Chaos has some really nice abilities. So first of all, we've got our standard attack. Okay, which is basically smashing things with the shield. We also have Bull Rush. Now, Bull Rush is a really, really nice ability in my opinion. First of all, while you're holding this, like this, you will actually deflect attacks. So it's actually got a very, an inbuilt defense mechanism, which is really helpful, especially when you've got like all those purple orbs coming at you. They can be hard to dodge. If you just hold Bull Rush like that, then they will just deflect off the shield. But when you release it, you also do an attack. And there are boons to boost the damage of this as well. We also have our special ability, which is a throw in this case. So it's nice to have a ranged attack. Doesn't do a huge amount of damage, but you can boost it if you want to go for a ranged build. And then also we have our dash strike as well, which is the same ability we have with our other weapons. So yeah, we're going to be using the Shield of Chaos for our third run. But there we have it. So we still need to unlock this for one key, or with one key, the bow. And then once we've completed a run, having unlocked this, then the next weapon will appear here, which I won't tell you what that is for a spoiler, but it's a pretty fun one. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and just move back into the previous area. And that would, I believe, just save our game, so that we keep those weapon unlocks without having to do them again next time. But, my goodness, it's been going for nearly an hour. Alright, I'm going to leave things there, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this run. I think we made some good progress. And we are, quite a bit stronger now. We've got some new weapons, some new darkness upgrades, and some new chamber upgrades as well. So, I'll just check we've got no keepsakes yet. Nope. Yeah, thanks so much for stopping by, guys. If you've enjoyed this video, and if you're enjoying this series, then please do subscribe. And just maybe hit that like button as well. Just let me know if you want me to carry on with this, because I'm having fun. I do really like this game. It is so addictive. And I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. But thanks so much for stopping by. Have a wonderful day. And I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.